How USCIS evaluates EB-2 NIW petitions, why strong cases still get rejected. Many EB-2 NIW applicants are confused about how USCIS actually evaluates petitions. Most people assume USCIS reviews credentials, experience, and achievements first. That is not how EB-2 NIW decisions are made. In this video, we explain how USCIS evaluates EB-2 NIW petitions and the single test that governs approval, RFE, and rejection. USCIS does not evaluate people. USCIS evaluates petitions. Specifically, USCIS evaluates whether the written EB-2 NIW petition clearly explains one proposed benefit to the United States and supports that explanation consistently. This internal consistency test is applied throughout the entire EB-2 NIW review process. The focus is not on how impressive the applicant appears. The focus is on whether the petition as written makes a clear and logically consistent case. USCIS officers do not read EB-2 NIW petitions from top to bottom like a book. They read them in parts. An officer reads the description of the proposed work, then looks at how the national benefit is explained. They scan the supporting evidence and then return to the original claim to check whether everything matches. If different sections suggest different benefits or goals, that inconsistency is noted. USCIS does not try to interpret or correct unclear arguments. When internal consistency breaks, USCIS cannot approve the petition. Many EB-2 NIW petitions are rejected not because credentials are weak, but because the explanation is inconsistent. Evidence may support background, but not the proposed benefit. Explanations may shift meaning across sections. Documents may be added without clearly explaining what they prove. Each issue weakens internal alignment. Together, they cause the petition to fail, the consistency test. An RFE in an EB-2 NIW case does not mean approval or denial. Most EB-2 NIW RFEs are issued when USCIS cannot confirm internal consistency from the initial review. RFEs usually focus on unclear benefit to the United States, missing explanations, connecting evidence to claims, or logical gaps in the argument. An RFE is a request for clarification of consistency, not a judgment of ability. This single consistency test explains why EB-2 NIW outcomes behave the way they do. It explains why strong profiles still get rejected. It explains why adding more documents can reduce clarity. It explains why advice from professionals can sound different. These outcomes are not separate issues. They are results of the same internal consistency test applied by USCIS. USCIS EB-2 NIW decisions are constrained by what is written. Officers cannot infer intent. They cannot reconcile contradictions. They cannot choose which interpretation to favor. They evaluate whether the EB-2 NIW petition as submitted remains internally consistent from start to finish. Understanding this consistency test does not predict EB-2 NIW approval. It explains how USCIS EB-2 NIW decisions are actually made.